Hey guys, today I have some beginner tips for Star Savior so that you will have an amazing start of your journey in the global launch. First, if you are looking for the best start and you are re-rolling or you're spending money on your early game pool, you want to look out for these two characters. The first one is going to be her. She is the best healer, tank, sub DPS right now in the game, and she is super busted, and her bust size is pretty crazy as well. But when you reroll for this character, there is a small problem. Her craziness starts when she has one dupe in her. Unfortunately, for other characters in the game, they may not need any dupe at all, but this character first dupe unlock her passive like no other. So this right here means she get a bit more stat. But when you take it to level 2, then she start healing with her basic attack. And she start attacking together with her ally and do that cool healing thing as well. So she become a monstrosity to deal with, and she's going to be great for your PV progression. You're gonna crush dungeon, early game arena, all the fun stuff with her on your team, but with the first dupe. And after taking a look at the free-to-play healers and other healers in the game, I realized that she is just absolutely stupid. And this website right here will give you guys all the info for your Star Savior journey. They all have very long cooldown. She also has long cooldown for her skill 3, but her skill 2 also provide very good healing. And with the first dupe in the passive, she heal like no others. But then what if you are very lucky and you already got her? Then you want to look out for this character. Now, she is an amazing DPS. So you can see that there are different roles right here, and she got the archer icon. She's going to be an amazing damage dealer for your early game journey as well. And she has been around for quite some time in the Korea-Japanese server, and she is still relevant, which is a rare case for gacha game nowadays because they usually power creep very quickly, but this character is still really strong. So if you start with her, which is Lacey, and then you start with her, which is the healer, then you have an amazing combo for your early game. That combined with any other favorite waifu that you are looking out for, because this is a waifu collector. So if you're only rolling for the best meta character, are you truly playing Star Savior? Tip number 2, we are going to get this very cool SSR Savior Selection Box that include everything, by the way, which is very generous of the dev team, which means you should not use this thing very early into the game. You should save this maybe after the first week so you know what you are missing, because the game will also shower you with so many pool, which means you're going to get a whole lot of summon. So don't use this thing yet, okay? Wait it out, see what you're missing in your team. Are you missing another DPS? Do you want a tank? Do you want the waifu with a crazy loading screen? Then you use this box for that purpose. Or let's say you pull for the healer and you want the other DPS, you want to use the box for that purpose as well. But the early game is not going to be too difficult, which means you don't need like a dedicated unit for something very quickly. So save it and pick the unit that you really need, that make up the team or will ensure that your account is built for the long run. Tip number 3, you'll realize that this game has a level syncing system, which is very convenient because you only have to really build 4 characters and then the rest of the team will have the same level. So you can kind of play around with what you want. They are all going to be level up very quickly. So the level part is not going to be a huge problem, but something else will. So each character will require to do certain things to make them really strong for battle, and level is only one of them. There's going to be this system right here where you have to farm a lot of, let's say, awakening material to make them much better. And this is not going to be free. They're not going to drop like rain in the global launch. You have to farm for them. They're going to be time gated, all the very not fun stuff. So with these resources being limited, don't go and spread that too thin on every single character, because you need to do this step for all of your cool character, right? So keep a lookout for the strong one. Don't dump your resources into the weak, lower meta character if you are into the meta, and focus your resources on a couple key characters so that they can bring your game to the next level. And then there's also another kind of resource that is going to be the skill up materials. So this one you can also farm, and there are not going to be a whole lot to go around. So each character will require you to live up their skill. And let's say for the healer character, it is very important that you reduce the healing skill cooldown so that you can heal more frequently, or even for the damage character or debuff character requiring for more activation rate, that kind of stuff. And that kind of resource also required to be more calculated. Okay, don't go and just live up whatever random shit that you don't use by tomorrow. So live up the one that's gonna carry your account, like this character, for example. Give her skill some love so that she can do more damage, so that she has shorter cooldown. The same apply to, let's say, the healer, and she will heal your team more often. So don't go around thinking that as long as they are leveled up, they're good to go. No, 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 no. You have to do some proper investment as well. In the early game, for the most part, you are going to push the AFK stages, and you want to push as far as you can, because a lot of the in-game content is going to be locked behind how far you're pushing the AFK stage. But the good thing is you only have to let it play, and it will autoplay all the way until you fail. So the mechanic is very similar to every other AFK game that you've played before. Just let the team go, and if they fail, you go back and try to upgrade your team to be stronger, and you go back into the AFK stages to try and push as far as possible so that you can start unlocking all the dungeon content, so that you can be stronger quicker. And also, because the game has AFK farming, the further you push, the more resource you can farm when you go offline, which is amazing. The game also features a guild system, which I recommend you find a guild pretty much immediately, because in this guild there are going to be two different kind of guild bosses, and the best thing about guild is always the guild shop. That is when you do the guild activities, you are going to be able to buy more progression item, and you want to clear out the shop as often as possible, because this will allow you to progress in the game faster. And also joining the guild give you a sense of community so that you can progress with your friend. Unfortunately, there is no guild PvP, which I wish there was. Many other people may not like guild PvP or just PvP in general, but I think guild PvP is one of the best way to keep the game community together, because that's how the guild can push together, stay together, wail together. And the moment you belong to a guild and you wail because you want to be a better member for your guild because there's guild PvP, it is very hard to leave. And for the dev team, I highly recommend you guys think about some sort of guild PvP system so that you can bind the people together and they play your game for longer. For the basic team building, you can definitely just play with whatever the fuck you want. Okay, I'm not here to be your mom, but if you want to progress, you definitely want to look out for the class system on the top left corner right here. So you want to have like a dedicated healer on your team. The game will give you one free healer that you may or may not use after the first week or two, because she's not exactly very good. But if you get your hands on the better healer, you want to put her into your team. And then, because in this game there's also a tank role, which means that character is going to be the one that take damage for your team most of the time. The enemy in PvE will tend to attack the tank character. So having a dedicated tank on your team will allow your team to soak up more damage easier, and that is definitely going to be better for you when you're trying to push into the harder stages. And then for the damage dealer, definitely mixed in whatever damage dealer your heart desire, because there are going to be so many different kind of damage dealer, from ranger to assassin to caster for AoE damage and debuff. And I think for a turn-based game, it is always important to stack up debuff, because that is the way to make the enemy so much easier to defeat. So when you look out for character that can deal damage, you want to look out for unit that can slow the enemy down, put attack break on them, put defense break on them. I have played so many turn-based gacha game at this point. It is always going to be the same-ish mechanic that shine in PvE, is when you can slow them, attack break them, defense break them. The moment you land 3 or 4 debuff that weaken the enemy, it doesn't matter what kind of hard boss is going to be in front of you. They're all going to fall the same way. And lastly, before I leave, I'm going to be very excited about the collaboration they're going to have, because these characters have not been shown in the Korea or the Japanese server, which means this is the unknown territory. So they might be really strong, they might be okay. You don't know, we don't know, nobody knows just yet. We know that this character is going to be the reroll target, but when the game launch, It is totally fine to reroll for the collab character because they might be really, really strong. And that is for us to find out very, very soon. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be putting out more Star Savior content. Very excited for the game. It has everything I want. Turn-based, anime aesthetics, gacha, RTA. Absolutely incredible. See you guys soon. Have a good day.